let's take a look at the energies. This is a love reading. So we have watch and wait. So some of you are just kind of watching, waiting, seeing what's going on. It could be someone else around you. You know, someone here slow and steady wins the race. So someone's sort of assessing a situation, taking their time. There is apprehension. So this is someone who's a little apprehensive about what's going on, but they're looking at this. They're wanting this to be successful because there is movement forward. Nice. And then we have surrender now. So this is about surrendering. So this is someone who's looking at this situation. Now we know the story of the moth to the flame. This is someone kind of making sure here that it's safe to proceed forward. Because we know the moth to the flame situation. Someone who doesn't want to jump from the frying pan into the fire. So this is someone just watching, waiting, taking a look at the situation, assessing it before moving forward, before even actually speeding up. But somebody here definitely wants to surrender here. They definitely do. Yeah, see, this is someone, yeah, there it is, speeding up. Yeah, so someone here going to make a move at some point here. Or if you're seeing someone or dating them and moving slow, they may be getting ready to surrender. But like I say, this is someone assessing the situation, making sure it's kind of safe to proceed. I love, oh yeah, be playful. See, flirty, playful, youthful energy, sandpiper, being more playful. Someone's feeling pretty positive here. This is often a communication. It is a bird. Nice. And then we have, yeah, spirit has a plan. Someone's planning, preparing. They're preparing themselves to make a move. This is someone who wants to hurry, but I feel they know better. It's likely somebody here who was kind of looking at something from the past. See, lessons learned often from the past. Take it a little slow. Pay attention. Nice. So let's take a look at this seahorse spirit. Now the seahorse is about mating for life. It has to do with commitment. If you're dealing with someone, it has to do with making sure it's safe to proceed. Because it's an energy of when people are getting to know each other as well, right? Making sure that they're, whatever's happened in the past doesn't happen again. So it's actually really good energy. Yeah, it's an energy of investing. So this is somebody no longer invested in the past. You see that? Something didn't pay off. Why? Because they didn't take their time. Someone may have jumped from the frying pan into the fire at some point because they hurried. So this is about not rushing into something. But this is also an energy of someone who wants to surrender now. They want to come in. And this could even be your own energy. Tell me about the turtle spirit. Why is this here? Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Yeah, so this is someone here who's feeling a little unsure if someone's their type or not. Okay. Now this could be somebody here who ignored you or rejected you in the past because of this energy. Maybe they were still invested in something, weren't healed. And often it's just someone who feels they've missed an opportunity. This is someone who, like I feel for most of this energy, it's more like someone just isn't 100% sure someone's their type or not. But they don't want to miss this opportunity at the same time. But it all has to do with no longer investing in past. It's trying to be patient, hoping it pays off. Some of you, this could be yourself. But you want to look at the other person's energy, sometimes why. Yeah. I feel this is someone who's possibly feeling they've missed an opportunity because of this energy. Yeah. See, Page of Wands, there it is. Someone rushed in and then didn't stick around. Something that doesn't always last. So this has to do with someone who wants, I feel, something to last. And it really does look like someone's learning some lessons from the past where they've rushed in and someone didn't stick around. So... someone taking their time. It's certainly someone who doesn't want to miss an opportunity, or they feel they have because maybe they didn't invest or ignored you because, they have something that happened to them. This is an energy of here for a good, the good times, not a long time. So, there's a lot of thinking about that here, I feel. The antelope spirit. Yeah, it's an energy of someone making better decisions and choices. So this is someone who could have been healing, or they just made a bad choice. Some of you, it's definitely someone who may have ignored you or rejected you because maybe they weren't even ready. Often it's just people who just aren't ready. But I'm loving this playful, youthful, friendly communication is positive. See, someone's preparing, planning. They're hoping for the best here. So it's an energy of someone someone who's made a bad decision wants to make better decisions. But it is also an energy of someone out with the old, in with the new. Healing energy. Yeah, 8 of Wands. See, it has to do with hurrying up, speeding up, but this is someone still thinking about a past energy where they rushed in and it didn't last. So it's about, I feel it's overall like taking more time to get to know somebody, making better choices, decisions here. Someone here obviously made a bad choice, whether it's to do with you or another situation. Let's have a look at Spirit having a plan. Yeah, Knight of Wands. So there it is. See, someone who rushed in and then backed out, or they felt pressured. But this is, I do feel this is someone here who is definitely feeling ready. Like I say, I feel this is someone just making better choices, decisions. Out with the old, in with the new. And it's definitely an energy. Like I say, a lot of people who take their time, it's because they're just assessing as they go, making sure someone's the right person for them. Yeah, now we have this Magician. See, this is someone manifesting, making sure they have all the tools, the information, they know everything they need to know before they rush in. So you could be manifesting this person, vice versa. It's often also communication. Yeah, and see, Justice. See, coming in right, doing things right. So this is someone who may have rushed into a marriage, a relationship, and it didn't last. See, better decisions. But some of you, I can see someone here may have ignored you or rejected you because things were moving too quickly. They may have gotten overwhelmed and just worried that the same thing was going to happen. So what I feel, it's actually somebody who wants something long term. They want that, but possibly haven't achieved it yet. So there's this need of making better choices, decisions, judgments. Let's have a look at the Judgment. Why is this here? Yeah, King of Swords. Yeah, this is someone here who's learned some lessons here. Learning, see? Someone who's learned, they know. But this is also about truth. Someone could be coming in to speak truth, possibly about why, if someone rushed in and backed out. Yeah, things moving too fast. It is someone who wants to get moving, though, because somebody here feels pretty confident now about making better decisions. They've learned. It's all about the lessons learned. Nice. 8 of Wands. And now we have the Knight of Pentacles. See, this is someone here who's definitely been reflecting on that, learning lessons from the past. Again, see, they're moving forward, but this is someone coming to tell you some truth, maybe why they're moving slow. There's going to be communication, but this is where someone prepares. They're preparing, making sure they have the tools, the information, they're ready, making sure they're ready. So somebody here may not have been ready. Yeah, definitely feeling more ready. Still assessing, still moving forward, try not to rush. Yeah, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. There it is, truth. Someone's having a little aha moment. There's enlightenment. It's about being enlightened. But it's about truth and victory. So this is somebody who wants a victory. They want this to be a victory. And they're seeing that truth too because they're reflecting on past. So you're going to find something out here. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Someone was being cautious, a little careful. But it's someone who... possibly if you didn't get something you wanted, this is why, because this is all about why. Someone's going to tell you why, okay? Or it's just learning, or what someone's telling you why they're moving slow. Yeah, pretty interesting energy, but it's an energy of someone wanting that cup filled. It's a 9 of Cups, one more cup, emotional happiness. Someone's fairly content the way things are going for now, but you're going to find out truth. And I think it has to do with more... someone who's being enlightened here, and it's about why, definitely about why. Someone kind of this is someone who often doesn't show their true self, or they keep their feelings to themselves because they're not always sure, right? They don't want to rush. Yeah, reminiscing, lessons from the past, learning. Someone's remembering past experiences, but it is someone who longs for love. They do long for love. They do long for something long term. Could be someone who hasn't managed to have something long-term because they've rushed into too many relationships, maybe even got married or committed, moved in together, and it just doesn't last. Definitely a lot of learning here. Somebody here is definitely, now this is often, it could be a reconciliation energy, but it's an energy of youthful, playful. You can see that youthful, playful, living in the moment, and it's an energy of staying in this energy for a while, enjoying that time before you take things to another level. That's what I feel it's all about too. Yeah, there could be children involved as well. Some of you have someone who wants to kind of take things slow, but this tells me this is someone who really wants to go for this. They want it, but they want to enjoy that time and getting to know each other. They want to enjoy that more before rushing into something serious, just keeping things kind of simple. Yeah, but it is someone who definitely wants love. Yeah, I do see a lot of this is someone who's feeling confident. They have a lot of self-control, definitely mature. It could be someone asking for forgiveness for some of you. If you've had a person who, you know, has done this, you're going to find out why. Okay, I feel it's all about why. But, you know, the interesting thing is I feel some of you are going to be saying yes. And I'm going to tell you, this is someone who wanted this, if it is a past energy. It could be a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, or any time, even a long time ago. This is someone who also speaks truth. They expect truth. So it's about taking off your mask, finding the confidence to share your innermost selves. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. This is a person who makes decisions without being pressured. If someone starts feeling pressured, they just back out. They just back off, right? Yeah. This is someone who knows themselves too. They know themselves. Very wise, learned a lot of lessons. Yeah, it's definitely an energy of someone who's lonely. Yeah? This is someone feeling lonely, lack, but they're looking for the lack. This is someone who's likely been in a relationship where there was lack. Often marriages can be that way. Feeling lonely even though you're in a committed relationship because there's just a lack of love. You're not on the same page. You don't get each other. Yeah, this person knows. I do see an energy of loneliness. Some of you may have had someone who ghosted you, ignored you. Maybe they felt there was something lacking. But I'm going to be honest, it's more about financial stability, being prepared, because often people get into relationships when there's no money. They're not prepared, and then there's all this pressure. So this is someone trying to avoid this. See, it's all about avoiding this. Interesting. And then we have the moon. So there's all these things unknown, but this is about sharing your innermost selves. See, someone a little fear of commitment because of being in a committed relationship, but it's all this energy of going deep, deep within their feelings here. It's about revealing what needs to be seen. That's what it's all about, taking the time to get to know each other. Yeah, definitely finance. Often people get into relationships, yeah, see, when they're really young and there's not enough money, there's a lot of pressure, and nobody ends up getting what they want out of it. So yeah, this person's definitely looking for loyalty, but I feel that's also likely going to be your own energy too. Yeah, see, it's all about financial stability. See, it's about being ready financially. This is where two people look out for each other through thick and thin. Financial stability helps things, eases the pressure. And I really can see this person's way of thinking. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's both people here. Just kind of taking it slow, assessing as you go. But it's all about sharing your innermost selves. And it's about facing the fears too, right? So it's about being prepared financially. But I love this card because it's showing, a home, a family, someone who's always wanted that home. And it's about also when you're with the right person, it feels like home. So, but it's about often lack of finances or just, like I say, not feeling comfortable with someone, being in a relationship where there's just so much lack. This person's definitely not somebody who wants to relive that. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Yeah, see, it's also someone who's single, someone who's very private, someone who often keeps things to themselves. They don't often share a lot about their finances, you see. But it's about what goes on between you. And I've been seeing a lot of that energy. What happens between you stays between you. I feel this is all about loyalty too. This is somebody who's looking at loyalty. But it's somebody who's definitely sticks to themselves, kind of keeps to themselves a little bit. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. They're definitely single. This is someone who speaks truth, and they're going to make sure that you are too. Yeah, see two people, two single people. Nice. Coming together, talking, being able to communicate. Because it's also an energy of when you're with somebody and you can't communicate with them, or lack of proper communication. So it's definitely a person who will, they're basically an open book, tell you whatever you want to know, but they expect the same. But it's about feeling at home with each other, being there together through thick and thin, long term. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have two people who are actually in agreement with this, because this is two people who are seeing eye to eye. See, it's about filling each other's cups, giving each other what you need. Sometimes people can't give somebody else what they need, especially if it's like stability. Someone maybe felt they couldn't give you the stability, a home. Often this is like, saying a healing energy. This is about healing, releasing all the things that no longer serve. It's an energy of making better decisions. Somebody here is definitely healed. They're definitely in a single energy, but it's out with the old, in with the new. So nice. Beautiful energy. I mean, yeah, it's about being curious about each other, learning about each other. See, one thing is that when a person, there's sincerity here too. It's about making sure both people are sincere about what it is they want. Being truthful, honest, teaching each other. You got a lot. This is two people with a lot to learn about each other. But we have a king and a knight. So it's an energy of someone here who's definitely curious, and that's a good sign, where they actually want to know about you, your life. See, it's all about that learning, a lot of curiosity. Some of you, it's just a person who's curious. They're preparing. This is a person going to take lessons applied from the past, most definitely. Let's have a look at the moon now. Yeah, it's all about your innermost selves, revealing your secrets, taking off the mask. Lovely, yep. This is somebody who's definitely a commitment person, but it's about laying that foundation, and it takes two people to build here. So this is definitely a person who's looking for something long term, but they want truth. They give truth, they expect truth. If they feel someone's not telling them everything, this is somebody who often backs off. But there is definitely a lot of this learning and curiosity. Someone's serious, and somebody is sincere when they ask you questions, when they want to know things about you. So I feel if this is someone coming back around by any chance, it's very possible they're looking at this like if you were curious and you asked them questions, it wasn't about maybe their money or finances, because this is someone who often keeps that to themselves. They don't share that till they're sure. But this is someone looking at this, I feel it's telling me that someone who's curious and asks questions is because they actually want to get to know someone. So there's a really interesting energy here. Yeah. Tell me more about the Page of Swords. Yeah, the Empress. See, this is someone looking at, being curious. It's telling you to be a little mysterious. Let this person discover you. Don't ask too many questions, just a little, because you want to learn. Okay, but this is about this person being curious about you, wanting to know more. They're seeing Empress energy. See, it's about being a little mysterious. Keep a few things to yourself. Don't share too much. Keep it just a little bit, it's saying, because the Nine of Cups is about offering just a little bit, taking your time, not so someone doesn't feel pressured. Yeah, but you see, it's an Empress being open, but it's about discovering each other. And I feel this person really wants to get to know, and I do think this is someone who's been learning here, and they're feeling confident here. They're about to make a decision for some of you. Wow. Tell me more about the Empress energy. This is the start of something new. Yeah. Empress energy. Out with the old, in with the new. Interesting. Yeah. Seven of Cups. See, this is someone who knows a good thing when they see it. They're fantasizing, romanticizing, but they're also romanticizing the past. See, remembering. This is somebody who definitely wants to come fast. I'm telling you, they want this to go fast, but they know better. they know better. Just be a little mysterious. The more a little bit of mystery here makes this person want to discover you. They become more and more curious. And everything else that they learn about you, they're going to see a great partner, someone who's there, loyal through thick and thin. Two people who have each other's backs. Yeah, really, really nice energy. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. They're going to offer this pentacle. They want to build this foundation, but they want to go about it the right way. They want to go about it right. They want harmony. So this is someone who didn't have a harmonious relationship. There was chaos, conflict, drama, just a lot of negativity, a lot of negative thinking. Yeah. And that's what happens. That's what hurts relationships. And it's also about being financially stable. See, it's about being stable. Two stable people that are prepared, that are ready. And that Knight of Swords is, or Knight of Pentacles is here twice. It's all about sincerity. This is someone who's been thinking things through. See, somebody here is kind of, thinking things through, choosing their battles. So often people choose their battles, which is to be stable first. Look at that coming in. This person's coming in. So we've got somebody who's a king. And then we have the Knight, or the Page, and then the Knight. But this is also telling me that someone here is, this is someone who wants to hurry. They feel like they need to hurry up. They don't want to miss this opportunity. But it's all about communicating, how the two of you communicate. Because I feel this is someone who was in a relationship where there was a lack of honest, open communication. Somebody may have been secretive, hiding things, not showing their true self, and that's what I feel. This person's honest. They speak truth, and they expect truth. So this is someone who's likely going to tell you what they've been through before, or it's your own energy. Yeah. It's an energy of someone looking at how things have played out. Now, this is someone who's going to look, as you move forward with this person, playful, youthful energy, living in the moment. See, this is someone who's lived in the moment before and it didn't pay off. But it's still that energy of enjoying that time. Enjoy the time while you're getting to know each other instead of rushing into a commitment. Just kind of keep it a little simple at first. Assess as you go. This is someone definitely feeling decisive. They definitely don't want someone to get away. And it could be. You could be the one that got away. It's very possible this could be your scenario. But what I really like about this more is this is someone serious. Okay, there's energy of this person's going to show you they're serious. And as you assess and as you move along with this person, enjoy that time. This person will kind of reflect on how things have played out so far. So nice. If you're a feminine energy, be a little mysterious. Don't ask too many questions, just a little. Nothing too personal, because I do see this energy of privacy. Respecting each other's privacy at first, not sharing too much, asking too much, just kind of keep it simple. But this is really, this shows progression. Yeah, there's the cup. Someone's cup runneth over. See, filling each other's cup. It's about giving each other what you need. So both people are happy. Because this is somebody who was, and maybe both of you, in a relationship where there wasn't enough money, or there was just a lack of communication, a lack of love. Lack of feeling like a family, especially if there's two people who have children. It's about being able to be a family where everybody gets what they need. So definitely a lot of serious energy and a lot of sincerity here. It's all about sincerity. Yeah, see, we have an Emperor. So someone takes a little more time. See, they're going to assess. They're learning to look before they leap, but they're definitely not afraid of taking a bit of a risk. But they're looking at the risk factor, how it could play out. So they're kind of planning, preparing, and they're being sensible and practical. And I feel this is two people. I feel like this is a pretty good fit here. My goodness. One more on this Emperor. So now we have an Emperor, yeah, see, making marriage material, laying the foundation. So this is someone who's going to come in, take the lead, lay that foundation. And they're going to, every once in a while, kind of assess how things are playing out, how it's going. If it is blended families. They want to make sure everyone's getting what they need. It's a person who often wants to make sure they can provide, but it's what two people can provide for each other. So this is somebody really looking at this. They're looking at sincerity. Anybody who wants to rush somebody into a marriage or a relationship often is looking for something that they can't provide themselves. They want the other person to provide. And that's what I really feel this person's looking at. Just kind of take it slow. Keep it simple. Often this is when the King of Swords comes up and then the Six of Cups. It's often giving a gift. Someone shows someone they like them. So it's giving each other's gifts, doing nice things, spending time together. Just simple things, memories. It's all about creating memories too. So such a lovely energy. I can't even believe that this came out so smoothly here. Often when I see that King of Swords and you have the too much page energy, often it's someone who, is really a lot more apprehensive than they are. But this is someone who's interested. Their curiosity is piqued. They want to get to know this Empress energy. It's also letting this person know that you're open. Okay, being open to discover, to get to know each other. Others of you could be anywhere along this path with someone, but if it is someone who's ignored you, rejected you, or just maybe they felt that you weren't their type because they rushed in too quick, felt pressured, didn't take time to get to know you, could be revisiting and looking at this. Someone who maybe made a bad choice. But this is someone making better choices, so it's all about building the foundation. Happy home, happy life. Yeah, financial stability. Yeah, and this is, see, there it is. Embracing that time in between before you make that formal commitment, before you move in together or get married, whatever it may be. Embrace the time in between. Embrace that time where there's no complications. When you're first getting to know someone, you're just spending time together, you're living in the moment, you're playful, youthful, a little flirty. It's fun, right? It's about enjoying those moments before you take it further. So this person's really looking at this. I feel both people. I feel like you're kind of mirroring each other. See, it's right in between. All this moon energy mirroring. Both of you maybe have a little fear of commitment because of past relationships. But it's about discovering each other and just kind of enjoying that time. A lot of people complicate it by rushing. So enjoy that time, because this is where you build that. This is where the foundation really starts, is when you're youthful and playful, spending time together, doing stuff. There's nothing complicated. It's simple, because it shouldn't be complicated. If it starts getting complicated, this is when the Knight of Wands often backs out. So you can see someone's really remembering past relationship situations. And they're applying that. They've learned a lot. Somebody very wise. So really nice. I wish you guys the very best here. Take what resonates, leave the best behind. But I feel this is the most important energy, the flamingo spirit, embracing that time in between before you actually make that commitment. That's where the real foundation is laid. And this person, when they assess this and look, there's no rushing, no pressure, no pushing, then they offer the commitment. Beautiful. Take care. We'll see you soon.